Uh-oh. Wait a second. He's red and black. He makes wisecracks. He breaks the fourth wall. Wait a second, are you firing me?
Hey, what's up my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Hot Toys Deadpool. So here we are, and there he is, and first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. Just move him off to the side so we can take a look at the box right here. We have a Deadpool, like, ooh, and we got a little Deadpool on his shoulder right there. We got another Deadpool on top of his own head. Up here we have Deadpool 1/6 scale collectible figure MMS 347. On this side of the box we have Deadpool and Deadpool, and on this side of the box we have Deadpool and Deadpool. Hey! On the bottom of the box it says Deadpool. On the top of the box it says Deadpool. On the back of the box you have Deadpool, and you have your warnings. Please don't eat anything in this box. That could be very bad for you. And all your copyright stuff and things. You actually do have bullet holes. You got bullet holes throughout the box, which is kind of funny. If you raise this up, you can kind of see my fingers through them. There are actually like bullet holes in the box, which is kind of cool. And of course, you just raise the slip cover here, and in here is where the figure sits. So you got the nice Deadpool logo right there, and you have Deadpool and Deadpool, and on the back you have Deadpool holding Deadpool. That's not the first time he's held himself, I'm sure. And right here you have the credits for all the people responsible for the production of this figure, along with some more little Deadpools. And that's basically it for the packaging. So moving right along, here we have the Merc with a mouth himself, Mr. Deadpool. And very cool figure from an awesome movie. I loved the movie, so when pre-orders went up for this guy, I jumped on it immediately because I loved the movie. But yeah, let's get in close here so we can take a look at the details, take a look at this head sculpt here. Very nice head sculpt. I love how the mask was done. It has that nice texture to it. Looks very cool. You can see the stitching in there on the mask itself. You can even see a little outline there of his ear, which is pretty cool. Get the camera to focus there. Very nicely done. It's all around a very nice head sculpt. You got nice black right there and white for the eyes. And the back, got the little tail there on the back. And again, just nicely molded, nicely detailed. Very cool. You do have some airbrushing in here to give it some shadows. So there's some lights and darks there playing around. It's very cool. Going down the suit itself, the suit is very nicely done. The suit is like it's like a faux leather. It's a pleathery material, but very nicely done, and a lot of molded detail. You get all the straps and everything, and it just looks great. Got the little armbands going on there. And down to his utility belts. Little Deadpool buckle right there. And a lot of pouches going around on either side. And you got the gun holsters right there. And just a lot of straps and whatnot going on here. Got the little knee pads. More pouches. And going down to the boots. Boots again, nicely done, nice detail. You got some gold in there. Got the buckles painted in gold. And down to the boots itself. They have that nice weathering effect. Look nice and dirty and scuffed. All around, very nicely done. You got a little sheath here for a weapon. And even the soles of his boots are nicely detailed. And going up the back here, you can see his Deadpool bum right there. Again, just all around very, very nicely done figure. Now, articulation-wise, his head does have a lot of wiggly-waggly action, and when you're Deadpool, you have to be able to just wiggle and waggle it. I'm Deadpool, what you got? Anyway, and he can look up a good bit. You can look down a good bit. Again, wiggly-waggly. You do have full 360 movements right there. The arms can move up about that far. Can move back about that far. You do want to be careful with how far you push things because, you know, again, keep in mind that this is a skin-tight suit, and if you stretch things too far, you do run the risk of splitting something. So don't push things too far. Backward movement is about that far comfortably. Outward movement, you can get it almost straight out, almost. You do have a bicep swivel in there. You do have a double jointed elbow, so you get a nice deep bend there. The wrists can swivel. They have that hinge in there. He does have an ab crunch with some good range of movement there, so you can crunch a good bit. You can also arch his back a good bit. You also get some side-to-side movement, and there's a ball joint in there basically, so you actually have a good little wiggly way. Yeah, I'm Deadpool. Yeah. And swivel. Again, just due to the limitations of the suit, you can only swivel his waist but so far, but no, that's, I think, about the normal human amount that a waist can rotate, so yeah, that. Legs can go forward that much, they can only go back, not really, just very slight backward movement. Outward movement, about that far before things just start to stretch, so be careful with that. You do have a thigh swivel in there. You do have a nice double jointed knee, so you get a good deep bend there. The feet can move up, they can move down. You do get some tilts, and you do get rotation. So he is pretty posable, but, you know, again, just make sure to work within the limitations of the suit so you don't risk splitting anything. So there you go. Now let's go through the accessories, because he comes with a lot of stuff. So let me just move him back a little bit here. He does come with the display base, which has a nice Deadpool logo right there, front and center. And you do have some blood splattering around the base itself. Deadpool, it does have this little protective plastic sheet over it. I leave this on because, like I say in all my Hot Toys reviews, I don't have the room to display bases, so, you know, these end up going back in the box, so I just leave the little plastic coverings on them. But also you have the nice nameplate right there, Deadpool, and again, I just leave the little plastic sheet on it, but you can see it's a nice, shiny, silver nameplate right there. So, very nice base for your figure, and it does come with the posable arm right here, which is very nice, and that just screws into the base like so. And then you just unscrew this upper portion right here, and you bring in the claw, and here is the better claw. I like these claws because, you know, they're just, you know, they feel like they're going to be a lot nicer to the figure. It's not going to damage the figure in any way because they have these nice little foam pads in here to make sure everything stays nice and protected. So you have that nice claw right there, and you just take that and just slide that over that, and then you just secure the top back on, and there you go. And you can get him into some good, you know, jumping action poses, and, you know, you can sit there and sing, just come in the morning. You know, you can do all that if you want to, you know, if you want to, I'm just saying, but yeah, you get that display base, which is always cool. It's always appreciated, even though I can never display them, but I appreciate them nonetheless. Now, as far as weaponry goes, he does have his two swords right here, which are, again, very nicely done. The blades are metal. These are metal blades, which is very nice. Not much to them, but still. Nice pair of swords, and you get the sheaths for the swords themselves, which not a whole lot to them, but they do serve in holding the swords. And you just take the swords, drop them in, and there you go. And how this attaches to Deadpool is via a magnet. There's just a magnet in here, and you just boop, attach it to his back, and there you go. And he's got his swords on. So there you have that. He does also include two guns, which look very nice. They're done in a nice gunmetal gray, which is a very appropriate color for a gun, and very nicely detailed. Look very, very cool. And you can actually cock the guns, which is nice. You can see the bullet there in the chamber, and you can also remove the magazine, just get your fingernail in there and just pull out the magazine. There. Again, has some detail to it, and the bullet is painted. There you go. So, you got 2 guns, and he does have the holsters on either side right here. And you just drop them in. And there's your storage. They don't hold in super secure. I mean, they will fall right out, and the swords will fall right out also. There's not a lot of friction there. So if you plan on displaying him upside down, that may be an issue, but, you know, that won't be an issue for me because I don't display my toys upside down. But, hey, I'm sure it'll be an issue for somebody. I don't know, but there you go. You have the guns. He does also include this little dagger right here, this little knife. And this is all plastic. This is not metal. This is just straight up plastic, but still nicely done. Nice detail there. Nice silver on the blade itself. Even has a little bit of a serrated bit towards the bottom there. Very nice. And you just put this in the sheath right here in his boot. There you go. So you can store that. Oh, this little strap likes to fall down. There you go. So there you go. You also get these 2 little... I guess they're like throwing knives or something. You get 2 of these. They're very small pieces. And again, nicely done. I believe these are, I can't tell if these are metal or plastic. I really can't tell because they're so small. I think they're probably plastic, but still, you know, they're nicely done. There's no place to store these that I can find. I mean, he does have these little pouches here on his chest, which seem to make sense. Oh yeah, they just go right in there because they are the same shape, but there's no way to actually get them in there because these are not the right shape to fit in there, and this just doesn't work. And these are actually like stitched on, and there's just no way to actually get that in there without possibly breaking something. So I don't know if there's any actual storage for these. I mean, granted, he has all these pouches, but these pouches are all glued shut. They're glued shut, and they just have a little, I don't know if you can see in here, but they have a little piece of foam in here just to kind of fill them out. Granted, you could just kind of you know, pull open one of these pouches and you're going to be ripping it open, really, and just take the stuffing out of it and store the little knives in there if you want to, but I'm not going to do that because I don't want to risk damaging anything. But hey, your toy, do what you want with it. But as far as I know, the instructions didn't say anything about storage for these, and I haven't figured out any way to store them on him. So yeah, no, these are just going to go back in the box. But there you go. He also does include a bunch of hands. You do get the A-OK hand, which are very nicely detailed and nicely painted. There. Again, a nice texture there on the palm. Very well done. So you get the A-OK hand. You also get a thumbs up hand. A. You get that right there. And you also get a pointing hand with the thumb up. Again, nicely painted, nicely detailed, as is everything else. You also get a pointing hand with the thumb down. You want to get all Hulk Hogan on somebody? I don't know. What you gonna do, brother? I don't know. Anyway. And again, same amount of detail and paint. Right there. You also get 2 gun-holding hands. Right there. You get 2 sword-holding hands. And you also get 2 splayed-open, what I call the no hands. That's what I call them anyway. So you get 2 splayed-open hands. Right there. Of course, you do get extra wrist pegs, in case you should break any of the ones that are on the figure currently, which is always nice. And you also do get some replacements, these little silver clip pieces, which go on his neck and go on his pouches there. So if any of those fall out, you do have replacements for them, which again, always appreciated. So there you go. You also get this thing, which at first I thought was like a stamp or something. I was thinking, what, is this a stamp? Like, am I supposed to get like an ink pad and start stamping Deadpool symbols on stuff? I didn't know, but I looked at the instructions. I know what this is, and we'll get into that in a little bit, but it does have a little Deadpool symbol right there. So you get this piece, and we'll explain what that's for in a little bit. And you do get optional eyes for him now. The eyes get up here to his level. Hey, how are you? How you doing, buddy? There you go. You can see the eyes are on him right now, are kind of, you know, somewhat kind of squinty. And you get these optional eyes, which are way squinty. Very much squintier. More squinty-ish. Squinty-ish. Squintiosity. I don't know what I'm saying. But how you swap the eyes is you use this piece right here. And this is a magnet. And the eyes have magnets. And how you swap the eyes out is you just take this and you go, whoop, and you just rip out his eyes. And that's how that works. You can see the magnet in there. And you can see the magnet in there. That's how that works. So you just pop out his eyes, whoop, and that's very disturbing, but yay! And then you just take the new eyes and you just pop those onto his head. And now he has squintier eyes. He's giving you squinty eyes. That means he's not happy. Anyway. So you get those eyes. And you also get... We'll just start swapping them out. Come here. Give me your eyes. Give to me your eyes. And you also get this set of eyes. Which are more angry eyes. Right there. And we'll just pop those out. It is a little disturbing. I'm just kind of gouging out his eyes like this. But anyway. And you also get this set of eyes. Which are more wide open, kind of more angrier eyes. Like, ah! You know. You get those eyes going on there. We'll just gouge these out. It's kind of fun, though. It's kind of fun to gouge out his eyes. But anyway. And you also get this set of eyes right here, which again are less angry but more open eyes. Right there. So you do have options, and you can totally, you know, mix and match the eyes. You can kind of, you know, maybe put one of these in here and get him kind of winking or something. So you can totally mix and match the eyes and get a whole lot of expressions out of him. So that's pretty cool. So put your eye back in. Sorry, dude. There you go. So there you have that. So now, I think we'll just show off how well these hands work. Now, as far as these little knives go, the only hands that can really hold these are the sword-holding hands. You can just kind of wedge that in between the thumb and the index finger there, and that works. So, I mean, if you want him to hold them, he can hold them. So, yeah, that. But, yeah, these are the sword-holding hands. And you can just take these and put them in, and they do hold the swords very securely. I mean, give it a good shake here, and you know, it's not really moving. It's budged a little bit, so he does hold the swords quite securely. So you have that. Put that back in. And the gun-holding hands, if I can find the gun-holding hand, there we go. We have a gun-holding hand right here, and you can take the gun and just plug that into his hand, like so. Get his finger there on the trigger, like that. And get everything straightened out here. And there you go. And he holds the gun pretty much perfectly. Again, nice and secure. He's not going to drop that, so. There you go. The hands are pretty easy to swap. Just pop them out. You know, it's a typical joint going on in there. There have been reports of this section of the suit. If my camera will focus, do it. There you go. There have been reports of this section of the suit, like right here where the suit meets that this ball joint right here. There have been reports of wear and tear on this. As you can see, I haven't had really any issue with mine. So it could be a case of your mileage may vary, but that's something just to, you know, be wary of. Just be careful when you're swapping the hands in and out. But, yeah, overall the hands are very easy to just swap out. You know, they just pop right off. They pop right on with no problem. So, there you go. You know what? We'll just give him, have him holding one of his swords here. There you go. And again, the hands swap out very easily. At least on my copy of the toy, anyway. There you go. So we have him with some armaments. And, of course, he can also hold the little little dagger here with that hand. That he does hold not so well, as you can see. That's not really, that doesn't really work too well. So the little dagger, you know, you can get him holding it, but it's okay. It's, you know, it's loose in there. It's loose in there. So, you know, again, just something to note. So there you go. So now we got him armed up. And, yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this guy. He does come with a lot of accessories, which is cool, so it gives you a lot of display options. You can definitely have fun with this guy. You can have fun, you know, just gouging his eyes out. I don't know why that's fun for me. It just is. I don't know. I don't get it, but hey. But overall, very cool figure. I really like him. I think he's awesome. I thought the movie was awesome. And, yeah, his figure is definitely cool, in my opinion, anyway. So, you know, my only real disappointment is that I do wish there was some place to store these. I mean, if he comes with these weapons, he should be able to store them somewhere on him. I mean, he has like a bajillion pouches. There could have been something that could have been left open to store these in. But no, well, it's not the end of the world. One thing I am disappointed is that they did not include an unmasked Wade Wilson head, you know, an unmasked Ryan Reynolds head, you know, the messed up Ryan Reynolds face. I would have really liked that. But oh well, it's not the end of the world. But overall, it's a very nicely done figure. I mean, I love the way the suit came out. I love just the kind of, you know, how they made it look dingy and dirty and just scuffed up too. I mean, that's, you know, overall just really, really well done. And, yeah, just a very cool figure all around. I really do like this. So, there you go. So, if you would like a Deadpool or any other Hot Toys figures, you can always check out BigBadToyStore.com for availability. There will be a link in the description down below, so check that out. You can also check out my Hot Toys playlist for any reviews you may have missed, also linked in the description down below, so check that out as well. And I think that's it, so don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Lori Plan, follow me on Twitter, all that good stuff down in the description below. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So, there is the Hot Toys of Deadpool, and this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, palm in your face. Hey, I can see my house from here. Is there a reason you're on my rooftop? Oh, hey, the name's Pool. Deadpool. I don't care what your name is. Alright, I know what you guys are saying. OMG, Deadpool and Batman on screen together, the crossover we thought we'd never see. This is like a dream come true. Who are you talking to? Don't worry about it. Shoot for a second, Bat. Shoot. Just give me 1 minute, please. Okay, so we both know how this is going to play out, okay? You're going to come at me with either a profound statement or a threat of violence. So what's it going to be, Bats? Threat of violence or a profound statement? You got me in a box here. Yes! Yes! Suck on that, Riddler!